GM. Oh,
Intro.
sorry. Okay, let's just do
Let's just do it.
GM everyone. Welcome to Flywheel, your number one source for everything Frax, DeFi, and everything in between. If you want to know what's going on in the world on chain, well, you've come to the right place. This is DeFi Dave, here with Capital K, and we're here to help you harness the power of the Flywheel. And on this Flywheel episode, we got a little scholarly. We kind of went over to the land of IQ with our friends in the IQ ecosystem with all the latest developments there. Kit, what are your initial thoughts on this one?
I think I use ChatGPT a lot, like now that I incorporate it into my work. So I can't wait to start incorporating this new product that we're going to talk about on the pod into my crypto research, which, you can't really Google crypto, like deep crypto stuff. It's not Google indexed yet.
As a IQ alum, this was a walk down memory lane for me, and seeing how much they've evolved and adapted to the different environments over the past 6 years in the game. It's truly remarkable. IQ's here to stay. They're coming out with a really cool product with IQ GPT. BrainDAO really establishing themselves as a DAO to watch, especially with this new product coming out. Really excited for it, and we're just going to go straight into it. But if you want to catch everything Flywheel and everything Frax and everything DeFi, make sure you hit that bell button right now and you subscribe, leave us a comment, let us know what you think. Make sure you give us a like as well. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at FlywheelDeFi. Join the discussion on Telegram at FlywheelDeFi. You can follow me on Twitter at DeFiDave22.
You can follow me at 0xcapital_K.
And let's get the flywheel spinning. Do you hold ETH but don't know what to do with it? Want to earn those juicy liquid staking derivative yields but don't know where to start? Well, FrxETH is there for you. FrxETH is Frax's native LSD solution, allowing you to earn boosted yields in multiple ways on your ETH. If you want to get started, go to app.frax.finance and turn your ETH into FrxETH today. GM, everyone, welcome back to Flywheel. I'm your host, DeFi Dave, here with Capital K. And today we have a familiar face in the Frax Telegram chat. You may recognize him as a moderator answering every question that you have. But also, you may not know this, he is the founder and host of IQ Times, the official podcast and media destination covering the IQ ecosystem, our friends over there. His name is Jay Young, and he is here to talk everything IQ Wiki. Jay, thank you so much for coming on today.
Man, yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. It's like I know I've seen Flywheel from its birth, and you guys are doing great. Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
Thank you. And it's so awesome to see stuff like IQ Times come out that had a direct influence from Flywheel's motto. It's like, hey, Flywheel, we're the official ecosystem media partner of the Frax ecosystem. And same thing with you guys with IQ Times. Is that true? And, how did IQ Times come about?
Yeah, absolutely. We had, influence from you guys. You guys are doing amazing for Frax Finance. Like, IQ Times is the media outlet, like you said, for IQ Wiki.
And we can what is IQ Wiki exactly? And how does IQ Times fit into that?
IQ Wiki. Wiki is the world's largest blockchain and crypto encyclopedia. So it's a bit like Wikipedia, but specializing in cryptocurrency. For example, anything that's trending on major terms of like adoptability or something that's huge, most likely there's going to be a page about it. So the history is actually quite interesting as well, because it involves a lot of people that you already know. It was formerly Everpedia, and it rebranded last year because it wanted to shift the focus towards like blockchain related content. Sam Kazemian actually founded Everpedia before he founded Frax Finance. After this rebrand, we moved towards Polygon Chain, and you know, Everypedia was just a Wikipedia without specialization. It was only after the team like found out that blockchain like related pages were doing better that they shifted the focus. It has its own place for staking. It's a place to read new articles. Every new article is on chain. But like, I think a good comparison is like Flywheel and Frax. I'm just like an avid follower of the IQ token. I'm like a fan, but I also want to like market it as well. But continuing on with what IQ Wiki is, like linking someone a page from IQ Wiki, whatever page, is probably the best idea, like the best way to explain it. For example, the co-founder of Binance, if we link like he's page, it's just gonna have great info, and they're just gonna get the gist of what IQ Wiki is. So it's like, oh, okay, so it's like an informational page.
Yeah, and actually, I can, as a alum of IQ Wiki Everpedia, I can go a bit into its history as well. A little fun trivia fact, everyone. If you see my shirt, if you're watching this right now, thugwikipedia.com, this is a URL that actually leads to IQ.wiki. It was kind of an inside joke of the early founding team that we were the Thug Wikipedia. And when I used to pitch Everpedia, IQ Wiki back in the day, I would call it the up and coming wiki in topics and culture. And like anything that was trending, anything that wasn't good enough for Wikipedia, like there would be a page on it, like right then and there. And that was like my early job, was just like finding these pages. And what's really interesting about IQ Wiki, and what Everpedia's influence was influenced by Rap Genius, and Rap Genius famously started as Rap Genius and then went wide to genius.com. You guys kind of took like the reverse route. You started out wide as Everpedia and then went narrow into blockchain with IQ.wiki. And I love the direction you guys have gone in. I've loved the evolution that you guys have done over the years. It makes complete sense because blockchain is still like one of those underrated topics that isn't really covered sufficiently. And the fact that you guys are community grown, homegrown with all these editors, making edits on chain in real time, and having those records on chain, I think it's just, a really cool project. And I'm still such a fan. We at Flywheel DeFi have our IQ.wiki page, and we proudly put it on our homepage. So you guys are doing tremendous work over there.
Yeah. The blockchain popularity was just a thing that was like always going to be popular. It was just, I think IQ Wiki did a great job being the first mover in terms of being that like reliable source for blockchain information. So I think they did amazing. Yeah.
And go ahead, kid.
I just want to make a comment regarding how you guys recognize what the users wanted, and you guys really doubled down on that and made the right pivot. Because, tackling something like Wikipedia is literally trying to boil the ocean, whereas trying to take over, CT, I feel like if there's a trending topic in CT, there's probably a IQ Wiki page regarding said thing. So I feel like that is such a nice way to almost, what's that word for when you keep track of what's happening in a community? A historian you're acting as a historian, as a capsule on how the crypto culture is evolving over time.
I say like a scribe. A scribe.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. It's a very good comparison, actually.
I would call myself the wizard scribe of Everpedia back in the day. But now you're going beyond blockchain and you're making a actual tangible push in AI with IQ GPT, which makes complete sense because you guys are information first and foremost. So can we go into IQ GPT, what it is and how it compares to ChatGPT?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure everyone that's in the crypto space has tried to ask GPT, like ChatGPT, like questions related to cryptocurrency. But it's disappointing because the boilerplate answer we always get is how it hasn't been updated since 2021 and that it doesn't have any recent news and like it can't provide any information on it. So what we know is we can't get recent news, which automatically rules out ChatGPT being part of like any news article or news events, new events. Mm-hmm. ChatGPT scrapes the web to get information, which then uses said information to answer the questions. So ChatGPT runs on the training data that goes only onto 2021. So anything last year and this year that, ChatGPT won't know much about. And although the web scraping, there is a lot of good, solid information on the internet, there is also the issue of misinformation. But I'm not saying that ChatGPT is a bad product, but it's not very good at what IQGPT excels at.
Ooh.
So yeah, IQGPT utilizes ChatGPT 4 and has plugins from like specific sources like CoinGecko, Associated Press, IQ Wiki, Invest Hong Kong, which is like the government run like VC slash like overseas business development sector, and even Flywheel for its information.
Yeah,
For example,
that's right.
Wow.
there's
Yeah.
no better place to search for Frax News or Frax Info than Flywheel. I guess it's like rivaling the docs, which is just another reason why IQGPT is just very precise. And although it lacks like diversity because we've specialized in blockchain and cryptocurrency, you know, IQGPT is meant to be the cryptocurrency search engine. And the plugins it currently has are very solid. This is a little bit of alpha, but they're working on integrating Binance Academy as well. And this is still in beta. It's only been out for a few days. So IQGPT right now is probably going to be incomparable to what it is in a year. For example, to access the beta, you have to stake 100,000 high IQ on BrainDAO and just maintain it to get access. Yeah. I use the product and I can say that like a lot of work has been put into it to tailor the product to the way the team wants it. Like that's the best place to search meme coins or any news that might not be covered by CoinDesk or larger news outlets like for example, like the Defiant. ChatGPT doesn't index IQ Wiki as far as I know. No, it doesn't. I know that. So the vast information that IQ Wiki provides isn't sourced by ChatGPT. It doesn't know the KOLs of protocols. And more importantly, like ChatGPT doesn't answer Frax questions, you know? An example of this is if you ask IQ GPT what Sam's bench, deadlift, and squat like 1 rep maxes are, it'll give you like a graph and the precise answer of like which is crucial knowledge in the Frax ecosystem.
Yeah, no, I was playing around with the beta for a bit, and it's funny. I've used just ChatGPT. I'm like, what is Frax? And like it's super outdated because it's 2021. But when I use IQ.GPT, like it actually gives me a legit updated version of like what Frax is, and like especially it's so cool that you guys integrated and use Flywheel as a source because we try to stay up to date with everything Frax. It's just in our blood, it's in our DNA, and ChatGPT is 2 years in the past basically with its information. So
yeah,
it's really interesting that I don't think I've heard of another AI product like this in crypto. I mean, like, yeah, you hear like image generation things using crypto and AI, but this is the first written information thing that's crypto and AI.
So
yeah, I
got a
believe
question. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to add on this topic of how do you guys decide what sources to add to IQGPT? Like,
yeah, like if I'm searching meme coins, could I get like Deck Screener like integrated in there?
Yeah, exactly. What are the parameters?
I guess the business cycle for adding new, I guess, plugins would be more on the CTO or like the technical side. But I guess anything that makes sense, they will probably integrate it sooner or later. I know, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but I'll say it anyway. Like they're gonna integrate Etherscan. They're gonna integrate Etherscan or like hope to, which means not only will you be able to see every transaction on Ethereum, but the AI will be able to pick up like potential exploits on contracts and smart contracts. So if this, once IQGPT really picks up the heavy duty stuff, it's gonna be like huge.
Oh, that's so smart. Like integrating these block explorers, and imagine in the future if they partner with like Dune Analytics, Nonsen. Like you can get real creative with the queries and answers here.
Yeah, because it's AI, it's very scalable.
Mm-hmm. Right. And is this possible in the future of after you guys integrate with like Etherscan and I'm able to pull up a contract code from Etherscan and ask IQGPT, will this contract rug me? Is this ruggable? Will IQGPT be able to give me an answer?
I think most likely it will just give you the facts. So it wouldn't say it might. It'll just be like what the percentage is, and then it'll obviously end with this is not FA. Like IQGPT does not take like legal binding like
Are there
responsibility.
are there any plans to make IQ GPT like a chatbot or have any like chat functionality? Because I definitely see a trend both in AI and crypto towards chatbots. You mean you
No,
see
yeah,
it with
having
it?
IQGPT like work in Telegram would be amazing, but I don't know if the team is thinking about this. But
So
that
just
would be actually a great
look
idea.
yeah, look at like Unibot snipers. Like
Yes, I agree.
these messaging wallets have become the killer app of UI. Whether we like it or not, people are like it may not be the secure thing, but people are using it. It may like people just like want convenience. It seems like people just like wants convenience. I haven't really used these things yet, but these are like trends like that we have to objectively see and take into account. And so it seems like, could you imagine if like IQ GPT, you can like ask it for a token, and then there's like some wallet functionality with IQ GPT, and then you can trade the token. I'm just like brainstorming out loud here, but that'd be
No,
pretty
yeah,
nuts.
like I think the team would definitely, if it's a good idea, the team will probably definitely consider it. I know that they have a product, like they have like a vision and they're just going with it. But like, if anything like a disruptor, like a Telegram bot would come up, they'd probably integrate that too. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. I mean, I feel like these we're gonna see like what's gonna happen in the next few years, whether they're like Telegram chatbots, WhatsApp chatbots, or maybe like something else completely. Maybe like an
Yeah,
actual
yeah.
Web3 native chatbot, but we'll see what will happen. But anyways, I kind of want to like back up a bit. So like IQGPT, it's part of the wider BrainDAO ecosystem. And what is BrainDAO? And what exactly is the? Well, actually, no. Let me go back. What is the IQ token? And then we can talk about BrainDAO.
Oh yeah, IQ token. So the IQ token is pretty much the cryptocurrency that combines AI and blockchain technology to foster an intelligent future, which is their mission. It's the native token of IQ, and that's like IQ GPT, and BrainDAO is supported by it. So the IQ token serves as the governance token and like the staking token, which reminds me, the staking APR for BrainDAO is like, oh, yeah, so staking APR for high IQ, which is the VFXS of IQ, it's in like the 3 digits. It's like 107% right now. It's crazy, which means it's just being, the more people staking it, the lower the APR gets, but it's just being underutilized by the crypto community.
Kit knows that
The
very well.
Are you a staker
I
in
report on
BrainDAO?
it.
Yeah.
I
No.
report on it every week.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Isn't it crazy that like people aren't staking in this pool? But yeah, that's just like another story. But the IQ token is quite popular on Upbit, which is the leading Korean exchange.
It's
It's
the
actually
place of price discovery. Like by bar none is up it. It's crazy.
yeah. Like for example, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, IQ sometimes beats their trading volumes on the exchange. A few people might get like mad, especially like the current stakers of BrainDAO, but it's just the API is too nice to just not talk about it. And I think the only reason why I think not many people have staked it is because they don't like understand IQ Wiki. But it's just like it gets a lot of trust when you know that Frax Finance has a lot of similar like overlapping members with IQ Wiki because they were founded by the same person and like they have similar teams. But yeah, that's what the IQ token is.
Yeah, and so you mentioned, the utility around the IQ token. One is like staking it for the data
Yeah.
and for IQ GPT. That sounds quite novel and cool. And the next is with governance in BrainDAO. So can you explain, what exactly is BrainDAO? What are you guys are up to, and like what is BrainDAO's place in the whole IQ ecosystem?
So BrainDAO is like the serves as the governing DAO of the IQ ecosystem, which includes the just previously mentioned IQ token and like IQ GPT and IQ Wiki. The DAO consists of all IQ stakers who collectively govern the token. In addition to its like governance role, BrainDAO is the treasurer of the IQ token. So BrainDAO is led by Navin, which is he's chief brain
Navin,
and yeah.
I love
You guys know
Navin.
him.
Of
And
course, my brother.
and Caesar, the CTO.
Shout out Caesar.
Yeah. So we have engineers, we have designers, and we have project managers and editors. You know, the treasury actually recently reached a milestone of 3,000 staked FrxETH and has a lot of other Frax Finance produced coins as well. I think there's like 1.5 million Frax, a lot of other like Convex, FPIS.
Big treasury.
Yeah.
Kit knows.
No, it's like
Yeah,
18 million
and
or
it's
something.
yeah.
Grade A assets. Yes.
Yeah. Blue chips. Yeah, so that's what BrainDAO is. You know, you can vote. You can vote, and I believe there's gonna be like gauge votes as well soon. So that's something to look forward to.
Wait. Can we go into the gauge votes? What are exactly people voting for, and where are the emissions going?
I think it's to the users. I'm not sure. I'm not allowed to. I'm not. Oh my god, am I gonna get like fired?
That was a great soundbite.
Dude, he's leaking so much alpha, folks. He's fearing for his job. That's how you know we're really having a good interview here.
So and it's gonna be vote based, and they're gonna have gauges, but it might be for emission or like. I'm not sure. There's no concrete information, but they're gonna have gauges. But it's safe to assume it's gonna be similar to Frax Finance gauges.
Like liquidity gauges?
I think so. Yeah.
I am really curious to see like what these gauges look like and where these gauges are gonna go.
Dude, I'm actually more curious about like, let's say with the IQ GPT product, and every single time a source is used in answering one of the questions, that source gets like a little IQ just dropped into its wallet, right? Like for example, CoinDesk and DeFi. Huh?
Does that happen? Do you guys get IQ every time that Flywheel is quoted?
No, I want to, as I'm saying, saying like I wish there was this product where I get, Flywheel get credited whenever it's used as a source, and in addition to, the citation,
I see what you're saying.
Get
like
some IQ.
It's like people like query, and then Flywheel's like use query, and then like we get IQ. That would be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
Dude.
But I don't run IQGPT, so I can make a chat room with you and the head like engineer, and you guys could talk about the contract.
You know what's funny? It's like IQ token, governance token for BrainDAO, utility token of IQ GPT. I think there's a third leg, a third head, and third part of the triangle of IQ token that we're not talking about, but is blatantly obvious. It's the perfect meme coin because it's like IQ with the brain and I've always thought of IQ as a great meme coin, a potential meme coin. It's like, oh, it's IQ. And now that it's like attached to like so many of these different memes. And one thing I've observed in IQ's history and Everpedia to IQ Wiki's history over the year, it's been very adaptable, and its evolution has been like really tremendous, even through the most trying of times. Like I was there before IQ even launched, and I saw it launch, and I've seen it traverse the last bear market, and I've seen the way it has adapted and like recognized DeFi early, and it was a part of health. There was even a prediction market like real early on, before like during that election, and they were participating in all these like different liquidity.
You're talking about Predict, right?
Predict, yeah. Is Predict gonna make a comeback? Are we gonna revive it for the election?
The Predict, I'm not too sure about that, but Predict, I just heard about it through Andy before I even like started Web3. He was like, "Hey man, yeah, you should check out this prediction website." I'm like, "Is this gambling?" But then no, it's just like
it's a scholarly educational pursuit of using the wisdom of the crowd to try to crowdsource an outcome.
There were I think it was like the presidential election, and then there was even the March Madness ones, I think.
March Madness, and of course, we can talk about one of the biggest partnerships, and I think probably one of the most meaningful partnerships, and I can dare I say like crypto history, was the AP Associated Press Chainlink partnership during the presidential election, when IQ Oracle's that product was used for the first time ever to get the election results from the Associated Press on chain. the Associated Press has been doing elections since 1836, since before the Civil War. Like, and so like the fact that we were able to get that information on chain for the first time ever, like setting a precedent in 2020. Like, I can't even imagine what's going to happen in 2024. It's definitely going to be more than the Associated Press doing that. So IQ has really been at the forefront of a lot of things, whether it's like oracles and, hopping along DeFi, starting and forming BrainDAO. And now with AI, it's been really adapting to all these different trends and incorporating them in a meaningful manner. So it's more than just a trend. It's actually like an integral part to the whole ecosystem.
Yeah, I agree. The AP, the partnership was pretty huge. And it just shows that not only just AI, but blockchain technology has a lot of scalability. Like, there's probably a ton of ideas, great ideas that people haven't just thought about, So yeah, it's exciting stuff.
Yeah, real exciting stuff. And so let's actually, I kind of hinted at it, what I was saying before, like how has exactly have Frax and IQ collaborated? And of course, like we can talk about how like Flywheel and IQ has collaborated and BrainDAO have collaborated in the past as well. But let's start with Frax and IQ. How have both parties collaborated?
Yeah, so Frax and IQ, I like to call them like sort of siblings, or like at least cousins. So we have the Frax and IQ pool, which is one of the earlier options that Frax had, I believe. We also have the wiki page button indexed on the landing page. So you can learn about Frax finance, not just from the docs, but from the IQ wiki itself.
And from IQGPT.
Yeah. We have about 8 pages on about Frax Finance. So we have Frax Finance, like the main one. And then we have like FPI, FPIS, and then the FrxETH, like the LSDs. And then we have FXS, we have FraxLend, FraxSwap. We have a page about like the time-weighted average market maker, like the TWAMs. Along with Dave, but like Sam and Travis, alongside select other members of the core team, assume roles as founders and advisors. Just they are active in the involvement and nurturing the growth of the IQ ecosystem. So it's safe to assume that even though we have a lot of partnerships, the IQ and Frax, there's going to be more down the roadmap. Yeah. And for Flywheel and IQ, it's actually pretty cool. Me and, Kiet is still in Korea, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Flywheel is also marketing IQ. I know that you guys are like covering it as well. A few months ago, wait, is Dave frozen?
No, I'm not. Are you frozen?
Shit. Oh, wait. Yes, I think Dave is frozen. Okay, just keep rolling. Just keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna refill my coffee. So yeah, a few months ago we had that. A few months ago we had that party in East Seoul. To show Frax, Flywheel, IQ Wiki and IQ Times. Bro, we only had like 5 days to plan the whole thing, but it turned out to be huge. It was a great success. I think we're collaborating again in the Korea Blockchain Week.
That's right.
For the joint party. And bro, and Token 2049, are you guys part of the Hailstone Labs thing?
I don't believe we are. I think we're partnering up with Blockmates and a couple of other folks for another event in Token 2049. So
so not the Hailstone one.
I don't think so. I'm not in charge of anything outside of Korea planning. I just take care of all the Korea related events and initiatives.
All right. Yeah. So we're headed to the same event in Singapore, so we definitely have to link up. Let's have a like a Frax party, bro. It'd be fun.
A Frax meetup for sure. I feel like all the Fraximalists like across the world.
A Frax meetup. So the community as well.
Yeah, I mean, let's do it, right? I mean, why not? If we could just have a more casual, just a simple happy hour. If you can make it, you can make it. Come and just hang out for an hour and a half, just talking about Frax and just putting, faces to names, because everyone's in the Telegram, right? I feel like the Fraximalist community is hardcore corner of the crypto niche. And there's only a handful of us who are quote unquote true believers and maximalists. So I think we should totally meet up and just kind of hang out. I think it'll be a nice thing.
Oh yeah. We should definitely advertise that. Maybe like, I don't know, prior, so people will like make time, I guess. Yeah, no, for real. Even though I'm here for IQ Wiki, like the Frax community is great. the niche memes are great. Like the El Finite or something. Like it's over. Like those memes are always funny.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's great.
And then, are you? Wait, actually, I just had to ask this was quite recent. When the Discord hack happened for
Oh
Frax,
my god. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I cannot talk about this now. Yeah. When it happened, yeah.
yeah, what happened? Can you tell us what happened?
Is this gonna go on air?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, without naming names, for
Yes.
the sake of that person, there was a. Hold on, my cat is going crazy. For this.
Okay.
Hello.
We're back. We'll see how this internet goes. I'm using my phone as it, but it's still recording on your guys' end, right? It's been recording.
Yep.
Yeah,
All good. All good.
It's normal.
All good.
Okay,
So
and
Dave,
how am
I
I-
just asked Jay.
Yeah.
You're good. I was saying I just asked Jay, with the recent Discord hack, what happened?
Yeah. What
Tell us
happened?
behind the scene now.
So-
What happened?
So the Discord is like primarily managed by the mods, and you guys have been in Frax for a long time, and you probably noticed about like a year and a half ago or a year ago, the Discord didn't have like a verify button, or it didn't have the core essence of what a normal Discord server has, which is like roles, separate channels for the maxis, bots, ticketing system. And so what I did after I started working for Frax is, man, even though Telegram is our main guy and Telegram is doing great, our core team are active on Telegram, there was still like select few that wanted a Discord server, because a Discord server is much more, I guess, user friendly in terms of wanting to find information, and it gives the people like opportunity to earn badges in Frax. And so
Sure.
yeah, so the Discord is like my baby, and then I wake up one day to like 900 messages, and I'm like, oh man, what's going on? There's because there's something like extra that we are currently working on. But I thought it was something to do with that, so I was like, oh yeah, it's probably good news. Yeah,
Super
but
product.
this I
Okay.
cannot talk about. So I woke up to a ton of messages, and then I don't even know if I can talk about this. The server was only hacked for a little bit, but one of the mods.
That little bit, man.
Like-
that little bit.
Yeah,
Wait,
they
but
clicked
hold on.
the-
Explain what happened. How was it hacked? I mean, like, did somebody click a link or?
Yeah. Webhook.
Okay, got it. Okay, and then
Yeah,
did
yeah.
the hacker come in? And I just saw that they posted some kind of like airdrop giveaway or something, or what was the hack?
We got kicked. We all got kicked out of the server after the hacker took over that account. We got banned, and the announcement went out that there was supposedly an airdrop, but that was taken down quite fast. I don't think anyone clicked it, and then it's after Travis took back the server, because the mod gave up the admin position and gave it to Travis. Within the hour, like 8 or 9 people, they just randomly started like spamming the general chat, and then it's safe to assume that those were the hackers, because they were like, oh my god, like even though they joined the server like, I don't know, 30 minutes ago, they were like, I clicked the link like yesterday, they were just, yeah, I guess they were
I
just
see.
Sketch.
salting the wound, I guess. But now it's much more safer now. We redid the roles, so only our co-founder has the administrative permission. I personally took a look at it myself. The mod roles don't have no matter what shady link we click, we don't have the ability to do that anymore.
Oh, I see. So let me just recap. When the hacker managed to take control of the Discord, first thing they did was boot all of you guys.
Yeah.
And then how did you guys get back into the Discord? Did you have to reach out to support at Discord, or how did you brute
No,
force your way back in?
the person in like question had 2FA, so they used the two-factor authentication to change their password. But yeah, if the what's unfortunate is that it happened around like 5 a.m. KST, which is where I am. So that's why there was a bunch of messages. If only they did it like around my time zone, bro, they probably
Like
got
normal wake
maybe
up,
like
yeah.
30 seconds and then they would have been booted.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Okay. I see. Well, that's good. That's just glad that we have clarity. I'm glad that no one in the community, like, clicked on that.
No, but like, it was such an obvious scam as well. Like we don't have airdrops because the team, as you guys know, is just shipping.
Exactly.
And off like the off chance that there was an airdrop, they'd advertise it not just on Discord but on Telegram as well. They'd probably advertise it on Telegram first, but yeah, it is what it is. No one's at fault here. It's just a series of unfortunate events. Yeah, it's safe now,
No.
guys. So yeah.
Yes. No, I'm glad you guys put in the controls, the verification bot mixed with all the roles and admin power changes. So I think it's good. And I feel like serving the community requires you to provide platforms that they want to use, right? Not everybody likes to use Telegram. So you kind of need to be like, the onus is on you to maintain both a Telegram and a Discord. So kudos to you guys to keep it going. But actually, I want to take a step back and ask about the larger kind of roadmap of IQ Wiki and BrainDAO and kind of IQ Times as well too.
Yeah. So IQ Times is, I guess, it's a one-person team. There's no other like team member. I know Flywheel is also quite a small team. I believe it's 4 guys, right?
We recently expanded. I think there are 6 of us now.
Oh, really? Okay, so the other 2 are they like editors or like what
Exactly. They're just great folks that kind of make sure the engine and everything runs perfectly.
No, yeah. I asked if they were editors because editing takes the longest time.
They are.
Podcasts are quite simple to edit because it's just long strands of dialogue without too many cuts. Like I feel like editing, the more cuts there are, the longer it takes to ship. So on IQ Times, my videos are mostly in Korean, but there's a staking guide and then there's like the bi-weekly update it's like a Frax check for you guys.
Right.
But because it's just one person, it's like it takes a lot longer. More time has to be put in. But no, back to the roadmap of IQ Wiki and like BrainDAO and IQ Times. I mentioned. I'll just say it because I mentioned it like 20 minutes ago. IQ Wiki is working on gauges. It's going to be vote based probably.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that they're most focused on right now is improvements for IQGPT. So not just English and Korean because they work fine, like other languages as well. More APIs and plugins. The Etherscan API is going to be huge.
Huge, yeah.
Sorry, that's my cat.
I didn't know you had a cat. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's
yeah. I
nice
got
cat.
I
Very
got 2
pretty.
cats, but yeah.
Wow. Is it a boy or a girl?
I got 2 boys.
Dude, his
You
eyes
like
are
cats?
next level.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I love
His
all
eyes are
animals.
very pretty. It's just
Yeah.
it just sucks when they're fighting like 5 a.m. But
Sure.
I just wish they'd wake me up at 5 a.m. when the Discord got hacked.
The hacker attacked you.
Yeah. Oh, I woke up. I would have gave them the most treats. But yeah. So Etherscan API, we have CoinGecko, but CMC might come, and Google BigQuery as well. That's going to be a huge thing.
Wow.
So Etherscan is going to be able to decipher any transaction. You can ask about it, and then they'll give you a list of TX hashes. I guess like that's just going to be huge. Being able to, they're trying to make IQGPT be able to use any natural language to talk to different APIs, because I myself have like dipped my toes into the coding world, and it's just not for me because I just can't do it, bro. Coding is so hard. But making a like application be able to talk to other APIs just off the information that it stores itself, it's gonna be a game changer. Working on other dApps like IQGPT is just one of many great products that IQ Wiki is probably gonna ship. I know that they're gonna try. I know they're trying to make, or in the process of making, a decentralized, like crypto-focused Reddit. So Reddit's a very popular page. I myself browse it every day because it's like during breaks and stuff. But a decentralized crypto-focused one will be great for like keeping up with the news, or just even like DeFi humor. One of the major things that they're working on is BrainPass, which is NFT membership. Like users have the option to tailor their length of subscription. It's a step towards making IQ Wiki decentralized, and the pass is just for someone to like be able to collaborate, edit pages, and you have to have the brain pass to access premium features of IQGPT. Right now, it's just in beta, so like everyone has access to every plugin, but Brain Pass will have like access to CoinGecko and probably a lot of the big other big ones like Binance Academy. That's gonna be huge, and like Etherscan. Yeah.
Got it. And are you guys just kind of scraping these sources, or do you kind of go to the authors and be like, hey, we want to include you guys in our product?
What was the process when they came up to you guys for Flywheel's info?
I think people just cite us, and that's it. Like no one really reached out for any deep integration, really.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
well, I guess that's the way they did it then. I think.
I see.
For APIs, like I saw a little bit on the GitHub. They included just, I guess it's like semi-scraping, but like a more improved version. So they just, when they come up with answers for queries, I guess it's a little bit more reliable.
Because I just wonder if you guys would ever get rate limited or anything like that. As as IQ GPT kind of user grows, that API is going to get slammed with like thousands and hundreds of thousands of requests. So I would imagine you guys need to have a more formalized or a special API that's just for you guys. To be able to execute on.
I imagine that they probably have a plan for that, but for now, even though it's in beta, but I'm just wondering how ChatGPT like relays its answers so fast. IQGPT is like very young; it's only been out for a few days, but it's quite reliable, and in terms of speed, it's pretty good as well. I guess because we utilize GPT-4, which is like the new one, not 3.5, which has like a lot of complaints. Because we're messing with the new one, it's gonna be okay for now. But in the future, they probably have to deal with that. Yeah.
Got it. And just out of curiosity, we talked about IQGPT so much. Like, is there any way for you to kind of pull it up and share screen and give us an example of what we could ask IQGPT?
Yeah. Should I pull up the screen?
Yeah. Pull up the screen. There's a share screen button on the bottom. There you go.
All right. So,
okay. Do you mind zooming in a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Zoom in. Nice. Okay.
Okay. What is the difference between FrxETH and FrxETH? And you can see the plugins is IQ Wiki, Flywheel, AP, like Invest Hong Kong, Coinness, which is like the Korean side of not just like the news, but also like a nice social media as well. CoinGecko. This list is just gonna be like endless, probably.
Right.
So yeah, this is
Oh wow.
this is what. So IQGPT is gonna replace me, Andy, Stan, and
I
Wa,
see.
because this is just pretty much the mod answer as well.
Right.
FrxETH
I
is
see.
a stable coin pegged to ETH.
Could you actually turn on night mode and zoom in just a tad more? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier to see. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. So, FrxETH is a stable coin pegged to ETH, and SFrxETH is like the FrxETH that accrues staking yield. That's gold standard.
Oh, yep.
We got this from IQ Wiki's page for FrxEther.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And the question that I mentioned before, what is Sam's 1RM in bench, deadlift, and squat?
Got it. And that's what you were saying.
Sam Kazmian? Guys, cut the video.
Oh,
There we
it is.
go. Yeah, Sam Kazmian has oh, bro.
Oh wow. That's
These
crazy.
are probably like when he used to powerlift.
Okay.
But which other founder has these numbers? Like
Those are real numbers.
He blasts past
Those are real
the
numbers.
1,000 pound club. Is that still a thing in
Jeez.
America?
Jeez. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I didn't realize he could lift so much. No wonder the bags are so heavy. That's why.
Yeah, man, he's lifting these heavy weights and he's carrying Frax Finance's Telegram answers.
Got it.
This
Okay,
is just but this is only available because it's on IQ Wiki. If this wasn't on IQ Wiki and if this was on like Flywheel or something, then we'd like quote Sam.
Yeah, let's look. Yeah. Could we try a more generalized crypto question just in case people are curious about that?
What
coin has the highest trading volume on like base the layer 2? Is they able to answer questions like that?
I haven't tried, but we can definitely try. What coin had the highest trading volume in layer 2 over the past week?
Yes, perfect. Over the past week. I think once you guys integrate with Etherscan and all of the other block explorer, I would imagine people would be able to ask these kind of questions and just pull, right? Oh. That's fair. That's fair. So basically Polygon. Okay.
Me a list of coins that had a list of 10 coins. So Matic was, I guess, the most traded.
The highest, yeah.
If it's several,
the query is just for people who are listening. It says, give me a list of 10 coins that had the highest trading volume on layer 2 over the past week. And then IQGPT is literally creating a table for us right now in front of us, with number 1 being Polygon with over 325 million, Arbitrum at 212, Optimism at 110, and then Immutable at 23 million.
Bro, isn't this crazy?
All of this is sourced from where? Where is this sourced from?
CoinGecko's API.
From the CoinGecko API. Wow. That is actually interesting. This could probably help a lot with just general DD and just to get a quick post of something. You could just ask it a question. But I see what you mean about the query time. It takes a couple seconds.
Yeah. But I think it's been most likely because it hasn't been optimized yet. But even so, it's 1,000 times faster than going to CoinGecko and searching like all these like specific details.
Yep.
Like if you had to manually do this is probably gonna take a long time. But IQGPT, it just takes a few seconds and it gives you a nice table as well.
Yeah. Can IQGPT create graphs or no? Like chart the trading volume.
Charts or graphs.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Nope, it's a text-based AI assistant. Got it. Okay.
Oh, okay. I think I know what it is. When the original source is like ChatGPT, the answer is pretty much instant because it's ChatGPT. They use
I see.
OpenAI, but because we're using like APIs from CoinGecko and stuff, I think it just takes a tad longer because the AI is searching
Has to
on
generate.
CoinGecko
I
for us.
see.
Yeah.
I see. I see. Well, very nice, man. That is a very great demonstration of this tool. I'm definitely going to start using it. And you said that folks needed to stake 100,000 high IQ or stake IQ in order to access the beta, or will the product be able to freely accessible once it's live to anybody?
That's actually a great question. I think it should be. I think it is available to the public in the future because the sign up sheet is just for it specifically states that it's for the whitelist. And
Right.
so I
Right. Right.
think yeah. So 100,000 IQ, as long as like your wallet maintains that, you'll have full access to IQGPT for now until maybe
Got it.
Brain Pass comes in.
Got it. Yeah, I mean, if I were on the team, I'd probably do a thing where it's like, hey, you have 5 free queries a day, but if you start using it more, then you need to stake IQ relatively to, continue using it.
Yeah.
It's just so you guys, because you guys also want, because as the IQ GPTs gets all these queries, it's also learning, right? And you guys
Yeah,
kind of want
yeah,
to
yeah.
be
The
able
more
to
the
get
more
as
people
many
like
people to
answer.
train. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly
That's what's scary. IQGPT is already doing like it's grown. It's just only gonna go. It's only going to get better in the future.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And now I guess this is the perfect time for me to ask you, this is my favorite question. What does success look like for, let's start with each of them. What does success look like for IQ Times, and what does success look like for BrainDAO?
Oh, bro, I've already thought about this for IQ Times. So for the current problem, not problem, but the only hurdle, I guess, IQ
Mm,
Times has is because we're focused on the Asian side, like the Asia, Korea market, Hong Kong market. It's there's a like I'm not sure who to reach out to and like where to sort of give the boilerplate message, hey, we'd love to have you on IQ Times. But I guess success would look like the day that someone asks, oh, but this has already happened. People have asked to be on IQ Times, but the success looks
mm,
like a major player. Like, for example, um, like key opinion leaders, or even like Vitalik saying, yeah, hey, I would love to be on your podcast. Like, like them offering to join us, to for an episode. So I guess that's what success would look like, and
cool.
hitting that silver button on YouTube.
That is a good point. That is a good point. Okay, great. And then how about for BrainDAO? What does success look like for that?
For BrainDAO, I guess having more people utilize the IQ token. Once it like ships out like the other dApps and stuff, just more people reading the IQ Wiki, utilizing like more awareness for like BrainDAO as well. I think BrainDAO's success is much more multi-pronged because of the size
Hmm.
of BrainDAO. But yeah, it's BrainDAO success is hard to sort of calculate because of how huge it is. There are a lot of facets in terms of what it can do great and what the definition of like, oh, we made it, you know. So I guess
Hmm.
IQGPT, like for example, IQGPT's success would be having other protocols approach them. Hey, yeah, can you use our API? Or like we'll pay to be like quoted on this, So yeah,
And sorry, I just had this random thought. I know we're kind of jumping all over the place, but I
it's
feel like
fine,
this
man.
product is so curious and interesting. Is You know, the DeFiLlama API, I'm not sure how open that is, but if you're able to integrate that into IQ Times or IQ GPT, I think that would make it, that would like 10x the product. Just because you're able,
DeFiLlama. Yeah.
yeah, because I could ask like, hey, what is the TVL of FrxLen, and compare it to the TVL of say Abracadabra, for example, right? And be able to do those kind of questions, those kind of queries. Because normally, if I had to do that, I would have to open two tabs, go to FrxLen, then go to Abracadabra, then see the number. But I could just type it into IQGPT and then it gives me an answer. I think that's just awesome. It really saves a ton of time for everybody.
Yeah, actually, that's such a good point. Like, I'm a big fan of DeFiLlama. I pretty much go on their site every day. You know, I check the FrexETH like LSD charts, and I check the stablecoin tab as well.
Right.
But what I don't do often is like I don't like search other protocols to see how they're doing. But if we do have like I think these two would be great to have on IQGPT, DeFiLlama and then Dune. Dune is like there's a multitude of charts that are made by users who have values that are very specific, but sometimes would be needed to answer some questions on like on the Frax chat or the IQ chat. So yeah, DeFiLlama, if possible, I think they do have like an API that is
They
like
do.
scrapable. So yeah, I'll
They
bring
do,
that
they
up
do.
to the team next time I'm talking to them, and I'll say that I thought of the idea. And
Yes, yes. Don't worry. There's going to
no,
be no
I'm
video
kidding.
recording
Okay,
of this.
no,
Um,
no, I'm
all
just gonna. You
good.
know what I'm
All
gonna say?
good.
I'm gonna be like, man, yo, like the deep fake is really nice. That really looks believable.
Yes, yes. I'm actually not even here. Like David's been co-hosting us singly this whole time. But I actually do wanted to kind of ask you this final question here. Is like at the at the end of the day, right? Like for a product like BrainDAO or IQGPT or IQ Times just spreading the knowledge of crypto, it's really laudable because like I said earlier in this pod is you guys are acting almost as a historian kind of documenting these things that happened in the crypto culture and the crypto universe, whereas just imagine 10 years from now trying to look back and figure out like what was an ohm fork and what was that like going through that time. I feel like you guys would have a treasure trove of this type of content and this just like a very clear documentation of our crypto journey together. And I really feel that is the value that IQ provides as a public service for everybody 10 years down the line, kind of looking back.
Yeah, you know, thank you so much for the kind words. Although I can't take credit for it myself, I also agree as well. But you know, for IQ Time specifically, we got inspired by you guys. You know, you guys are doing great for Frax. IQ Times is like, you know, you guys started Flywheel because I'm not sure if I said this, but because there was like a general opinion in the public that marketing was like non-existent, you know, for Frax, which isn't true
Yeah.
because, you know, Sam had some fire screenshots on Twitter. It's like his like, and that would get like
Yes.
thousands and thousands of views, you know. But in Asia, Web3 is a bit behind compared to like other countries, like for example, America. But you know, Hong Kong and China are pretty solid, I guess. But other parts of Asia, like Korea specifically, I felt that there was a like this was lacking in this department. And IQ is very popular in Korea. However, the Korean IQ community said that there was room for improvement in terms of engaging with its holders, like the team and the holders, which is why I thought IQ Times would be a great thing because although we're trying to be Asia's gateway, we're trying to be Korea's gateway into DeFi, you know, like degenning the citizens up one at a time. You know, Koreans don't
Yes.
even like podcasts. Like, there aren't many Korean podcasts on YouTube. You know, on YouTube there's Joe Rogan, there's Sugar
Oh,
Sean, there's like the Nelk podcast. There's a lot of podcasts, but you know, but it's a little ironic because Koreans, a lot of people listen to radio, and radio and podcasts are quite similar, except radio is just much more like easily like reachable because you know everyone has a built-in radio. You just switch a button and then it's on. Koreans don't like going onto YouTube and like clicking podcasts. We are quite new,
Right.
and we have a long way to like become like remotely close to you guys, which is like I mentioned before. It's just me. I handle the interviews, and then I handle like 99% of the
Yeah.
post production. Um,
Yeah.
so it's like one video, which is like an interview similar to this format once a week, and then a shorter update video maybe once a week or twice, like once every 2 weeks.
Mhm.
It's great that Andy and like other members of the IQ Wiki team are helping to co-host because it brings like a great dynamic, I believe. Like
Yes. Absolutely.
imagine having like Travis like sometimes co-hosting for Flywheel, or
Yeah.
or Justin, or
Yeah.
Drake. Those guys, they're all awesome guys. Imagine that like those guys would be cool. But then they're builders at heart, and so the hour that they'd spend on a podcast, they're probably coding like a few hundred lines.
Yeah.
Um,
Exactly. Exactly. But it's always
we
nice to have them on. I feel like any pod that has the Frax team as a guest always do phenomenally well. Obviously, because that's what we're known for, and that's kind of our signature dish, per
yeah
se. That's our signature alpha dish for the community, so everybody tunes in for that. And I'm sure you'll also kind of find that niche for IQ Times as well, to really figure out what it is that your listeners really just can't get enough of. And
mm,
yeah, it's just times. And I applaud you for being a one man show, because I obviously have Dave, and we also have our producer Sam, who kind of really helps, and a ton of folks on the editing and on the production team to help do what we do. So I definitely could recognize that it is a ton of effort for one man to do.
no yeah because I used to be a YouTuber actually with Andy. This is just like a lore, but I used to be a YouTuber with Andy. This is before we even got into
Wow.
Web3 and crypto. We were just two friends just making skits and like just funny videos, and we got around to like 6,000 subscribers, and
Wow.
we got like 4 million views. But we also did like reacts as well, like it's cringe, but
Wow. This is
we did
trip
like
down memory
react.
lane.
We did like reacts to like BTS videos and stuff like that, and that did like Blackpink,
Yes, yes, of course.
bro. We did a Blackpink react, and it got like 2 million views, and we were like, oh man, okay, this is the way to go. We'll do these videos for a while, get around like 10K subscribers, and then we'll move on to the content that we want. And so the channel is hidden, but the 6,000 subscribers is still active. So we were talking about like, hey, why don't we just recreate that channel, like rename it, and then just move it on to IQ Times? It's still got like a base, but although none of the viewers would know what DeFi is, we'd still get like an
Just
active
educate them.
viewership.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah, just
then
educate.
yeah, but then we were like, but then that's not a genuine organic like growth. I'd rather,
True.
it's fine
True.
starting off slow as well. For IQ Times, I'm not sure if I'm gonna hire anyone else yet, but for now, it's doable. But I have a question for you, Kiet. You guys have been doing this for a lot longer than I have.
Sure.
What are some like tips or like some pointers that you can give me, when doing a podcast like this, you know?
I think it really comes down to understanding your audience first. Start with them and then cater to their needs. Just that, have that as your leading true north is the way to go. And an example I had just talked about like 5 minutes ago is whenever it comes to Frax content, we want to be, as Flywheel, as prepared as possible for the interview. So we know to ask all of the correct and pertinent questions. And we make sure that we've, distill it and kind of re-explain it and reiterate whatever the Frax team just said into more of like, explain it like I'm five, so that it's easier to understand. And that's kind of what we do best. And we just do that as much as possible. Obviously, the Frax team is busy, and they, like you said, the hours spent on the pod, they could be coding hundreds of lines of code. So we need to strike a balance of like finding other areas that the community would be, or our audience would be interested in. So that's kind of what we talk about, folks like you guys. We talk about other ecosystem players, And that, like, following what your audience wants and delivering it to them in the way they want it, I think is the best advice.
Okay, that's hard to sort of like find though, right? That's the hard part, like finding out
No,
what
yeah,
they want.
you have to discover. You have to discover, and you have to A/B test, like, whatever it is, the content is like. You just have to A/B test until you kind of crack it.
But are you a marketing major? Because not a lot of people know like A/B tests.
No,
Like,
I'm not.
oh really? Okay.
I just drink coffee and know things.
Nah, yeah.
Yes.
I think I have the freedom to do like the A/B tests and find out, like, I guess, gauge the like what motivates people to watch the videos. I've been getting a lot of good feedback. Although we have a low subscriber count, a low viewer count right now, the few people that do comment and like DM me on Kakao, which is like the Kakao.
Right.
The feedback is very positive. I just hope that I can provide what's missing for the Korean and the Korean community, and I hope I can help out more in the English side as well.
Yeah, there's I believe there's kind of like a gap between East and West content. So, having a bridge across the both of them, I think would really help bring the whole crypto community forward, because we're obviously not just, crypto is global by default. So you can't just siphon off like half of the world. But with that, though, I definitely want to bring this interview to a wrap. And Jay, at the end of these pods, we like to run through a series of like lightning round questions, just to kind of get to know the person behind the builder. And the first question for me is, when did you first touch the blockchain? What was your virgin crypto experience? And sex don't count.
Yeah. 2 years ago, because I'm bilingual, I was offered to just like an NFT project that my friend was making. He needed a English speaker and a Korean speaker, and he was like, "Hey, yeah, I need you to mod." And then I said, "Yeah, I'll just mod, because if I have to just manage a Discord, I don't mind." And so I didn't ask for any pay or anything like that, and I just did it because I was helping out a friend. And after their initial mint, he gave me like 20 grand, and I'm like, "What the hell is this? Is this like
Wow.
illegal money? What's going on?" And then he said, "Nah, man, it's just like part of the thing." And I'm like, "I want to do this more." And so I think that's where I don't even know much about it, but I was like, "Oh no, it was like 3 years ago actually." And so I was like, "Oh man, this is crazy." And so I read about the blockchain, and I've known Andy for 8 years, and he's been in Everpedia for about like 4 years. I just I just oh, not Everpedia, my bad, IQ Wiki, yeah. He's been on IQ Wiki for about 4 years, and so I've always, like, I guess, seen him when we were drinking, like on his phone, like talking about something blockchain. And then I always knew about Bitcoin, because everyone knew about Bitcoin when they were younger,
Got
and Ethereum, like the bigger coins. I started trading the moment I like found out about it on Upbit. So yeah, that's how I first touched the blockchain.
Got it. Okay. So basically, someone had to pay you and you create a wallet to receive the payment. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Got
Yeah.
it. Got it. And then now, second question is, what is your favorite off-chain touch grass activity?
Probably gaming. Like, I'm a big. I used to game a lot more when I was younger. I don't game as much because
Of course.
the time restrictions,
Right.
but you know, uh, gaming is probably a very big thing. I also like just like meeting friends as well. Like me, bro. I like
I know.
drinking
I
and
got you. Yeah.
meeting new
Good
people.
time.
Yeah.
Good time. Yeah.
No,
Good
but
time, Jay. Good
yeah.
time, Jay.
But we made that nice backdrop as well. That's one of my hobbies, making backdrops for walls.
I love
No,
that. I
yeah,
love
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, gaming
And
is
then,
pretty fun.
cool. And last question to kind of sign us out here is, if you could bring on any guest for Flywheel, who should Flywheel bring on next to interview?
Uh, Although I did talk a lot about like IQ GPT and IQ's like ecosystem, the best person to ask on anything is usually the person that made it. So I highly recommend like Caesar, who's like the chief brain officer, or I think he's the CTO. He is probably the most knowledgeable
Got it.
person on IQGPT. And if you guys probably, I don't know, you guys could probably just do like a IQGPT special episode where you guys go into the specifics of how it actually works without me just saying like, oh yeah, we use the
Oh
API.
shit! Is it me that
Like
froze?
that would be a much better episode than the one that I'm on or the one that I'm doing right now. I think Flywheel needs to use part of its treasury.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, hello.
So sorry. So I think one of us froze there for a sec.
I think it's wait, was it me or was it you? It doesn't matter.
No, it's fine.
I said
Just roll.
Flywheel needs to use part of its treasury to buy modems. Like better modems. Yo, wait, Kit, is that
What's up?
a switch in the background?
That is the Switch right there, and then that's my That's my blacked out PS5, from the brand. I custom made that one. Yeah.
Oh,
so
really? Okay. Yo, dude,
I'm also a gamer.
I have a PS5 and I have a Switch as well, bro. Let me ask you a question, bro. What do you do? Like, what's your favorite touch grass moment?
So 2 years ago, I was a part of a amateur Mario Kart league. So I played Mario Kart a lot competitively.
Okay, so never
And
play
then,
you on Mario Kart. Okay, yeah.
And then on the PS5, just like I feel like everybody else, I play COD. I just jack in for a good 30-minute session of team deathmatch or domination just to relieve all the stress, and then just kind of sign off. I just like be able to casually play a core game. I think it's great.
No, yeah. Those are definitely good picks. I play Apex Legends. So like yeah, whenever I have time, like whenever I have like 30 minutes, I'll get like a quick session in. For Mario Kart, I haven't played. I used to play like a long time ago, but I have the Switch now, but I don't touch it much. So yeah, I'm taking it to Singapore though, so I can play it on the plane.
That's a good. I should probably do that too. And with that, Jay, thank you so much for hopping on today with us. We definitely appreciate having you guys and learning more about IQ, BrainDAO, and IQ Times. And just to sign off, where can folks find you, and how can folks sign up for the IQ GPT beta?
So pretty much all the information that a person would need can be found on IQ Wiki's Twitter. The username is just IQ Wiki, all caps. So it's gonna have the latest information on not just IQGPT, but anything IQ Wiki related. So any news on Binance, Binance Auto Invest, stuff like that, it's gonna be on the Twitter. So IQ Times will also most likely be like, if you scroll down on IQ Wiki, you'll see a reposted post on IQ Times. So yeah, IQ Wiki's Twitter will have everything. So if you guys want to check us out, feel free to drop a follow as well to keep up with the times.
Cool. All right, Jay. Thank you so much, man. Catch you later.
All right, man. Yeah. See ya and see you in KBW.
Yep. See you in like 2 weeks. Peace.
Peace.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the post game. I am back. I am sorry for those technical difficulties as DeFi Dave. The internet has been spotty here. And so, I got Thanos snapped out of this interview. I got Thanos.
He really did.
I know. But, IQ Wiki has a special place in my heart. Always, this was my first job out of college working at Everpedia. This is where I was at for 4 years. And I saw the evolution from the up and coming wiki of all the topics in culture to this blockchain-based Wikipedia to now just focusing on this becoming the crypto blockchain encyclopedia in the space. And now they're getting into AI with IQ GPT, with a very unique GPT product that just focuses on crypto, something that GPT can't do because it's limited in its capabilities. Kit, what are your thoughts on this interview? What was it like after I got off? After I got
It was good.
snapped?
Well, I got to tell a background story with Jay and I. So for ETH Soul earlier in June this year, we threw an event with Flywheel, Frax, and IQ together. And that's when I first met the boys, Andy and Jay. And Jay and I, we kind of immediately bought it. We kind of have a very similar kind of humor and also the way we were doing. And he and I were partnered up for the prep work for setting up the event. So we built kind of this logo wall with like Frax IQ Flywheel logos. And we had, these are on like, smallish paper size, like Yeso, but then we turned it into like a really massive wallpaper by putting tape on the back. So that's always our inside joke of how we put, that together. And like the event would have been nothing without us. And then funnily enough, at the event, no one took pictures on the wallpaper, so we were pissed.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yes. But anyway, so Jay and I have some great history there. So when I, was asking him about what he's building over at IQ Times, which is effectively what Flywheel is to Frax, is how it's like the media and education arm of BrainDAO and IQ Wiki. So they take all the knowledge from the IQ Wiki and then present it on IQ Times. And Jay leads that. So he was able to talk a bit more about like his efforts on building out a media company, how it's all him trying to do podcast recordings as well as podcast editing and the website, the tweets, like everything all running in-house. So we're just kind of expounding upon his excitement, but also challenges doing so. And then we also talked about things like the IQ GPT, which is, as Dave mentioned, the AI product, which I think is going to change if it's, so they released this on the pod, but they're going to be integrated with Etherscan. And now imagine being able to paste an Etherscan link and be like, tell me what this is. Tell me how this is connected to this other wallet, and be able to talk to Etherscan. Like just sit back and think about that. Imagine being able to talk to Etherscan and ask it questions, and then overlay that with all of the encyclopedic knowledge of IQ Wiki. Like pulling that in, be like, hey, I'm looking at this options protocol, for example. Who else in the crypto space is in the option protocol space? Then you have a full list of names, and okay, tell me about this person. How is this person related? Is there any overlap between me and this person? Who can I reach out to get a warm intro? Like, I think this product built specifically for the crypto community and the crypto market, it's going to take root. I'm bullish.
Yeah, and I believe they dropped the beta in the Frax chat recently, or they dropped they dropped a link there. So like people have been playing around with it. It's been highly regarded. It's been a lot of great feedback. It's a source in IQ GPT. Yours truly at Flywheel. So that's pretty cool to see. Like, us being used as a source in the blockchain encyclopedia. I feel like this is real full circle for me, like from writing these pages to now becoming a source in these pages. Yeah. And now we're both actually pages. You have a IQ Wiki page. I have an IQ Wiki page. Flywheel DeFi has an IQ Wiki page. So, make sure you check that out. But yeah, this was a fun podcast. Jay's been doing some great work at IQ Times. We're really excited to see how they evolve, our friends over there in the IQ universe. And if you want to keep up with everything in the Frax universe, make sure you hit that bell button, you subscribe. Do that right now. Give us a like. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. Make sure you subscribe to flywheeldefi.com for all the latest updates in Frax and DeFi. And make sure you follow us on Twitter at FlywheelDeFi. Join us on our Telegram group for all the latest discussions at Flywheel DeFi. You can follow me on Twitter at DeFiDays22.
You can follow me at 0xcapital_K.
And we will see you next week. Peace. Everything said on this episode is not financial or tax advice. This channel is strictly for educational purposes and is not an investment advice or solicitation to buy or sell any assets or to make any financial decisions. This video is not tax advice whatsoever. Please talk to your accountant and do your own research.